What is up, my intergalactic friends? Welcome back here to another intergalactic content. Today we're going to give you 5 tips on how you can efficiently run your farm account. Now, many of you guys probably have not started a farm account yet. I highly recommend that you guys do. A farm account meaning is that you're going to create a brand new account within your Nebula, and these accounts are mainly going to gather resources. So you're going to mine them, and then you're going to raid that spaceport and loot every resources that it has gathered for either a week or a month, and you're going to feed your main account so you can grow fast in Infinite Galaxy. My friends, let me hook you guys up with a 30% cashback with Huawei App Gallery. There is a link in the description. Input that into your browser, just like what I'm doing here in this video. Now, if you are an Apple user, you might want to use an emulator like BlueStacks. If you're an Android user, you can just search it directly on the browser. Once you have downloaded, register right away and select Germany as your country/region. The phone number is not a big deal. You can put in whatever country you are from. I'm going to put mine as United States because that's where I'm from. And then now go into the App Gallery and search for Game Center. Start to download this and then look for Infinite Galaxy. Once you've entered into the Game Center, download Infinite Galaxy there, open it up. Now, once you've opened up Infinite Galaxy, if you are planning to spend money within the game, you have to use this Huawei App Gallery because it's going to save you some money in the long run. This application will definitely help you out in the future because by using this Huawei App Gallery, you are going to be able to save 30% every time you make a purchase up to 3 times, and the rest will be up to 15%. Wouldn't you want to be able to earn some cash back while you are spending to have fun within the game in Infinite Galaxy? As we know, we love to get those crews, we love to get those flagship blueprints and other items within the game. So the Huawei App Gallery is hooking us up here with a 30% first 3 purchases. So if you're going to make your big buys, do it with a 30% cashback. The App Gallery also have a loyalty rewards. This is where you build up your VIP. And the more you buy, the higher the status you get. Actually, the VIP reward is more important than the loyalty part. VIP users can get up to 16% reward back, again on top of that 30% cashback. Isn't that absolutely such a good deal? So get it now and join me to save money. So the 5 tips that we're going to give you today, I'm going to give a full credit to my friend here within the game who has given me some advice, which is Phoenix Rising 85. He has given me really good 5 tips to share to you guys. So, this is not all my ideas in here. I'm going to be pitching in some of my ideas. I don't like to take credits of other people's work. So I asked him because he has a lot of farm accounts running within the server. So I reached out to him, give me some advice because he is more expert into it than me. All right. So this video, really credits to Phoenix. So let's go ahead and talk about the first thing that he has mentioned to me. The first thing that he has mentioned to me is that your first fleet, right? Your first fleet, it has to be really strong as possible as you can. So make sure you make the best out of it. Now, here's the thing as well. When you're making your first fleet, you need to decide whether you're going for frigates, you're going for destroyers, cruisers. In the early stage, it's okay because you'll have mixed fleet because you haven't really set this up. But in the later stage, you will have to kind of focus that, a little bit, in more, synchronized fashion or more what is that called? Like One Direction, all right? Not the boy band One Direction. But in the early game, you will need to have your first fleet into about 1.1 million, all right? So you're going to have all the mixed fleet, but try to get into more specialized in the long run because it may be your farm account for now. It could become your farm/battle, account as well. So don't just think about it as a farm account. It could become a battle account one day. So at least still try to focus it to a better situation for you, all right? So try to get your first fleet into 1.1 million power. Just by investigating and completing incidents, this will help you. So when you go to the incidents in here, by doing all of this, you're going to get some free ships. And when you do that, you're going to be able to, fill in that fleet in that fleet power that to reach 1.1. Now, in that 1.1 million, that's going to be about mixed warship, but that's fine. But eventually you'll need to specialize and decide where you're going to go for that. Now, the last two fleets that you have, so you'll have your Fleet 2 and Fleet 3. This has to be a little bit more specialized. We want you to go for T2. All right, Tier 2 destroyers. And why is it Tier 2 destroyers? Because being a Tier 2 destroyer, you are going to get better load capacity. So think about it. Look at all the load capacity in here. When you go to T2, this is relatively cheap. Cheap to make with a 837 load. So that is super weird, right? Because if you look at the other ones in here, quite low on load. If you want to mine resources completely and empty the nodes, you will need Destroyer T2. And if you want to mine the planets and you'll have to use all the energy in one go, you want to have a high load. And by having destroyers in your setup that are Tier 2, you will be able to perform this action. The second tip that he has given us is your crew. You will need to set up a gathering crew and a fighter crew. Now, initially, when I did my gaming, I did the same thing. So my preset formation in here is actually this one right here. I've made some changes already, and I don't really use this formation anymore. This was supposed to be my farming crew, but I don't really use that now. I just use one setup in here. Actually, for me, I do my preset 1 and preset 3. My preset 3 is for building warships. So whenever I build warships, I switch to preset 3. But for farm account, the best suggestion for you is to have two presets. One, a fighter preset, so you can kill pirates and, of course, do your relics and space pirates, right? And then, of course, to do your training base and simulation center so that you can perform better and, complete your tasks by doing all that thing by switching your preset formation. So another thing to mention in here, right? So you've set up your crew. You have your gathering crew. You have your fighting crew. But the most important thing within the game is your relics, all right? You're doing relics. This is going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays. You do relics. You got to do it because you get a lot of value from there. You get a lot of resources from doing relics. And, gathering into the planets is also super important. You don't want to miss this. So one of my biggest mistakes within the game, when I first played the game, I didn't understand how planet works. I was not farming into the planets. I didn't understand how energy works before. So I'm giving you this advice right now. Gather onto the planets, use your energy, and that's going to give you a lot of resources. Now, number 3 here is core module. All right, so core module, you might think that, I'm just going to work on a few things in the development in here, blah, 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 doing something like that. Or, I'm going to go for weapons so I can kill pirates. So here's the thing. What you got to do with your farm account is you got to designate a section. So if you're building a farm account mainly for plasma, then you can go for all out plasma. Initially, you want to do is going for nickel, actually, since you're going to unlock nickel first before plasma. So what I would suggest here is that go all out in one area, and also, use this. Go for this one because you're going to get 40% planet exploitation, all resource output bonus at 40%. So go through this line, go and select which side you want because you can't just max both side right away. So pick a side. I would recommend initially go for nickel, and then when you have plasma unlocked, then if you want to make that farm account designated for plasma, then you can designate it on all plasma here for planet mining and as well as asteroid minings. And then after you've decided which side you want, you'll still have extra skill points. You can build into the weapon side here. I would say going down here. When you do that, it allows you to fight stronger pirates and do better in relics. And then another thing is you need to invest in commander in here for your skill points. Increase the fleet leadership limit. This will allow you to have more warships in your fleet, and when you're mining, you can have more load, and especially when you're doing your planet mining, you'll increase the load, and then you can increase the usage of energy as well in that process. Now, at the same time, with you working onto the core module, you have to think about the crew as well. There's a few crews that is worth it to really invest into. There is Bolt, all right? So Bolt, you can definitely get Bolt just by summoning, and if you get lucky. If you are spending into your farm account, if you see Bolt on the shop, buy it. Another thing is Shire. If you see Shire, get Shire. It's going to be onto the Spaceport event. So like today, we have Shire. So if you're building a farm account right now, you can definitely get this in the Space Plan event, not Spaceport event. So Shire is a really good one to work on. If you're thinking about Greg Lee, not really so much, because this is for mining into the into the asteroids. It could be placed in your crew formation. It's fine, but the best thing to work on is Bolt and Shire. So another crew that you want in your formation is Brown Swimmer. This will help you to exploit more resources from the planet. So max level of this is 30%, which is really high in my opinion, and it's going to significantly help you mining onto the planets with your farm account. Now, if you don't have Bolt or Shire, Lieutenant Freeman is going to be a great one to invest into as well and make it into captain so that you can increase the load boost of your fleet. Now, when we talked about Bolt and Shire, I'm trying to make sure that I am communicating with you properly in here. They are better to be in the captain than in a crew formation. So put them as a captain because you're going to work with your Peleus, right, with your setup. So when you do that, you're going to benefit more when you have your captain, which is Bolt, with that setup, because you're specializing into farming for that one fleet. You don't really need them to be into your crew formation because not all of your fleet is going to be going to the planet. You'll probably only use one fleet to go to the planet. Now, the fourth tip here is relatively simple. You should have a designated resources. So what this means is that you can create multiple accounts. Like one is for plasma only, one is for nickel, one is for titanium, one is for deuterium. Or you can make 2 plasma, 2 nickel, 3 deuterium, 3 titanium. So you can do something like that, designated, and you can just pull resources from each one, so you're not being like a jack of all trades with your farm accounts. Fifth thing in here is very important, is to get CC23. To get CC23, it allows you to have the 4th fleet. All right, so that makes a lot of difference because now you're having, instead of 3 fleets farming, you'll have 4 fleet to be able to go out and farm. And having 4 fleet, that will also allow things to be easier to move your fleet out. So whenever you raid it, you'll have more leadership onto all your fleets, right? Since you have 4 instead of 3, and you can set them outside the space, and you can raid it without losing any warships in your base. So today we're giving you 5 farm account tips in Infinite Galaxy. If you like the video and you appreciate it, please press like, share it to your community, or share it to your alliance. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to do so. I'll appreciate it. Us working here, giving you guys these advice, these amazing tips. I'd appreciate it if you guys do subscribe and help the community to grow here in Infinite Galaxy. But besides that, I hope you guys are building your farm account. Let me know if you guys have other tips that we didn't tackle here, something that you're not doing that we didn't mention, or if you guys are actually doing everything that we've mentioned. I want to know. All right. Anyway, my intergalactic friends, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again next time.